grades starting right from grade 1 to grade 10, scheduled on different days of the week. And these sessions are going to be very helpful for all of you who are preparing for International Olympiad and talent search examinations, quizzes, and so on. Also, these sessions are for those of you who are in the lookout of these topics, who want to train your child or students in the Math Olympiad topic. So this is going to help your child build the logical skills, the analytical skills. It helps in building analytical skills. It helps a student to think in a different way. So with this, I would like to introduce myself. This is Trishita Majumdar here. I am a teacher expert at Cuemath and my teaching experience is 4 years. I have been teaching mathematics and reasoning topics to the students of India and US. With this, let's go ahead with our table of contents for today. So here goes our table of contents. Understanding mathematical operations, applications in day-to-day life, its objectives, problems, and learning outcomes. So we would be beginning with the definition of mathematical operations, moving ahead with the applications, objectives, types of problems, and learning outcomes. Coming to the definition of mathematical operations. So the name itself suggests what are mathematical operations. It's basically performing some kind of operations on numbers using a math operator, such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So this is known as a mathematical operation. I hope that's pretty clear and simple also. So we would be first looking into the applications of mathematical operations in our day-to-day life. Before we go ahead with any of these, I would quickly like to mention is that the knowledge of BODMAS is something which is going to be very, very important for today's class. So we are also going to look into the applications of mathematical operations with respect to BODMAS and so on. Let's see. The first application, mathematical operations, is used in calculus. It's used in science as well. So mathematical operations finds a lot of scope under calculus and science, and the present world is actually based on completely mathematical operation. Everything that's happening around you is based on mathematical operations. No machine, no system, nothing would have been possible without any analysis. And every analysis depends on math operations. Math operations hence plays a very, very important role for all the equipments we use, for everything that actually exists is basically math. With this, I would like to also focus on something related to order of operations that can be related to real-time lifestyle. When I say order of operations can be related to real-time lifestyle, how do I say that? What is order of operations? Every way has something, everything has a way to do things, right? Let's say that in case of math, when we are doing the operations on math, why is it that we define BODMAS? Why isn't it that we could just start randomly with any kind of calculation? Well, if I have a given expression, before division, I would like to add it up. Before multiplication, I would like to subtract it. Why is that? I cannot do it. Everything has its own way of doing things, organizing things. If you do not set priorities, it would be very difficult to get a generalized conclusion to anything. You would not have the meaning to anything then. So everything needs to be structurized, it needs to be organized. So organization is one thing which could be related to order of operations in math and real life. So when I say order of operations in real life, one example which I could actually tell all of you is nothing but when we are wearing, let's take an example of socks and a shoe. We always wear socks before the shoe, right? We never wear a shoe and then wear a socks, because then there's no meaning to it. There's no conclusion to it. It doesn't make any sense, right? So this is a kind of order which we are following, and we have been doing this right from the beginning. Now, if tomorrow somebody comes and tells me that, you need to wear a socks after your shoe, I would laugh at him or her. That, you're being crazy. How can you wear a socks after a shoe? So it's very obvious that we all know that a socks is supposed to be worn before a shoe. Another similar example could be taken Well, yes, suppose that let's say you're sick. So what exactly do you do once you feel that you're sick? You go to the doctor, you get diagnosed, and then he refers a prescription and a set of medicines to you, and then you take medicine. It shouldn't be the case that you are feeling sick, you take all your medicines by yourself, and then you're going to the doctor. That again won't give us a proper result. Wherever the order of doing things are getting disturbed, it doesn't give us a meaningful result, or it doesn't give us a desirable result. That's what my point is. So just like the real-time analysis, order of operation is very important in math as well. And that's why we are going to learn about BODMAS before we start with the questions for today. So I hope the applications was very clear to you. Let's go ahead. Let's look into the objectives for today. We are first going to discuss about the BODMAS rules, questions and advanced problems. So let's see what is the BODMAS rule. So I hope all of you are aware of this already. We've been studying about BODMAS right from our young age. So what does each of these letters in BODMAS rule signifies? I would quickly let you know about it. So the B stands for brackets, or you could say parenthesis. The O stands for orders. Orders are basically powers or exponents, you could say, or the other name to it is also given as indices. D stands for division. M stands for multiplication. A for addition and S for subtraction. Now these are some priority levels that's given to different operations. As in, if you have a mathematical expression wherein you have a combination of operations going on, you should always give the highest priority to the brackets. And then the next priority should be given to the powers. When it comes to division and multiplication, both of them stand at the same priority. But then how do we decide that which is to be performed first? Whenever you're solving a mathematical expression, your order should always be from left to right. So an expression is never solved from right to left, right? It's always solved from left to right. So when you're solving an expression from left side to right side, out of division and multiplication, whichever occurs first, you can go ahead with that operation. And the same goes with addition and subtraction. When you're performing your operation from left to right, whichever occurs first out of addition and subtraction, you can perform that operation first. But division and multiplication being at the same priority, addition and subtraction being at the same priority, you must always know to differentiate that division and multiplication is always at a greater priority than addition and subtraction. Okay, so to understand this better, let me just show you a quick example with this. So let's say that I take 10 times 2 divided by 4 minus 6 plus 3. So now if you have to, let me just include one more thing here, that is times of 2. Okay. Now if you all notice here, you all can see that there is a parenthesis here which is supposed to be done first. And we know that 3 times 2 gives us 6. Once you are done with the parenthesis, you can go ahead with the rest of the steps. So if you look into the order of operations while going from left to right, multiplication comes in first. So we are going to multiply 10 times 2, which is 20, divided by 4 minus 6 plus 6. Next, 20 divided by 4 gives us a 5 minus 6 plus 6. Next, we know that 5 minus 6, again when you're going from left to right, you see that the subtraction is happening first before addition. No worries, both of them are at the same priority. So you can perform 5 minus 6, which is negative 1 plus 6, and that gives us a 5 as the answer. I hope the example was clear to all of you to understand the BODMAS rule. Now with this, we are going to go ahead with our real-time problems. Let's see. So here goes our first question. So if you look into this, the question says, if x $y is equal to x plus y plus xy minus 1 times x plus y plus xy plus 1, then what is the value of $3.9? Pretty interesting, right? Let's see. So if you all see, this dollar sign has a significance, right? And the significance of it is given to us here. What exactly does dollar do in terms of mathematical operation? What is the symbol exactly trying to do? Based on understanding level of this particular symbol here, we are going to perform the same thing here. Okay? Now we are supposed to calculate $3.09. So can I consider the value of x to be 3 and the value of y to be 9? Yes, we can definitely do this. With this, I would be substituting my values of x and y in this whole expansion that's given to me in the question. So let's see. X plus y plus xy minus 1 times x plus y plus xy plus 1. Before proceeding further, I would like to say everybody who is already aware of the procedure and the way how to solve this, please do solve it up and put it on the comment section. And anybody who has queries on anything or doubts, please put it up on the comment section. We'll definitely be responding to your queries. So let's see here. We would be now replacing the variables x and y with 3 and 9. So 3 plus 9 plus 3 times 9 minus 1. 3 plus 9 plus 3 times 9 plus 1. From here, I can solve this and see that this is 12 plus 27 minus 1, and this is 12 plus 27 plus 1. So this gives us 12 plus 27, which is nothing but 12 plus 27 would give us 39, and 39 minus 1 would give us, 39 minus 1 would give us 38. 38 times 12 plus 27 would again give us 39 plus 1, which is 40. So 38 times 40 would give us how much? All of you could calculate and check. So 01520 is the answer to this question. Hence option D is the right answer. I hope the question was clear to all of you on how did we assume the values of x and y and how did we make the use of the dollar symbol according to the given expansion to us. So with this, I would be taking you all to the second question. This is one of the most easiest topics of you can say reasoning or aptitude, because this is way more scoring, provided that your calculation and BODMAS rule has to be very clear. So this could be one of the most scoring topics in that case. Let's go ahead with the second question. So here goes our second question. I want all of you to look into it and try solving it. I would also like to give the options to all of you. So for people who are already aware of it, please go ahead and start solving. And for everybody else, let me help you out. Now the question says, if multiplication stands for addition, so the operations meanings are basically getting changed. The multiplication is now turned out to be addition. Next, division stands for subtraction. So my division is being replaced by subtraction. And then we have our addition, which is going to be replaced by multiplication. And we have our subtraction, which is going to be replaced by division. With this, let's take our expression, which is given to us 20 times 8 divided by 8 minus 4 plus 2. And according to the modifications that we have to make as per the given question, that is multiplication being replaced by addition, division by subtraction, addition by multiplication, and subtraction by division, I would be modifying my expression. So 20 in place of multiplication, I know that it has to be an addition. So 20 plus 8, in place of division, I need to have a subtraction. And in place of subtraction, I need to have a division. And in place of addition, finally, we need to have a multiplication. Now my operation would be according to the new expression which I have got. So when I go from the left to right, I know that my division and multiplication gets a higher priority over addition and subtraction. Hence, I would be leaving the addition and subtraction as it is. And I would be doing 8 divided by 4, which gives me a 2 times 2. The next thing what we are going to do is, again, when you're going from left to right, you can see that multiplication is here and addition is here. So you would be first giving priority to multiplication. So 20 plus 8 minus 2 times 2, which gives us 4. And then you have addition and subtraction. In this, both of them have an equal priority. So we would be just doing the one which occurs first while going from left to right. So 28 minus 4, which finally gives us a 24. Hence option C is the right answer. I hope the question was pretty clear to all of you, and also I would want all of you to come up with all of your queries and doubts if you have anything as such. And also the application of BODMAS becomes very important in terms of mathematical operations. So please make sure that you practice well on this. So let's go with our third question. Which of the following alternatives is correct according to the given expressions and symbols? Dollar stands for equal to. Let me write it down here. So the dollar stands for an equal to symbol. At the rate stands for greater than, and hash stands for lesser than. According to this, we have to figure out what does $A B and B@C imply. Let me also give you the options. So here goes our options. Let's see. Now if you all see $A what exactly would happen to this? We would be replacing our dollar with the operator that's given to us in the question, and that's nothing but A is equal to B. That's our first conclusion. I could say this is my first conclusion. Coming to the second one, that is B@C. If I have to come to my second conclusion, replace @ with the respective symbol, that's nothing but greater than. So I can say B is greater than C, right? So this is my conclusion 2. Now based on this first conclusion and second conclusion, which of the following options are correct? So first of all, let's replace our operators here and see which is matching with our result of first and second operation. The first one means A is dollar, means it is basically equal to, right? A is equal to C. The second one, A@. What is meant by @? A is greater than C. The third one, hash, is nothing but A is lesser than C. And the last one, B is equal to C. Now, according to the two equations, if A is greater than B and B is greater than C, it's very obvious that A and C cannot be equal. Hence, option A is not correct, right? So, if A had to be equal to C, then B also had to be equal to C. Only then you can say A is equal to C, right? Because if one quantity is equal to another and the other quantity is equal to the third one, then the first and the third quantity becomes equal to one another. Let's see for the second one. A is greater than C. Yes, it is. Why? Because we know that A is equal to B, and if B is equal to C, it's very obvious that even A should be greater than C. Hence, I could say option B is correct. Option C is definitely not correct. A is not lesser than C, and neither is B equal to C, which is violating our given question. So I hope the conditions, the operations, and the way of solving these kind of questions were pretty okay, and I hope I made myself clear. If there are any queries or confusions, please do post it on the comment section. We'll definitely be responding to it. Here goes our fourth question. So let's see how do we work on this. It said that if A minus B is equal to A times B, A plus B is A divided by B, and A times B is equal to B minus A, then the value of this is. Basically, minus is replaced with multiplication and your plus is replaced by division, and your multiplication is replaced by subtraction in the reverse order. As in, it's not A minus B, but B minus A. According to this, let's go ahead and solve our question. So the expression that's given to us is 10 plus 2 times 5 minus 2 times 2 times 5. Okay, so yes, People who already are aware of it, please try doing this. Try replacing all of the symbols according to the definitions that's given to us in the question. Alright, let's see here. As you all can see that a plus is basically going to be replaced with a division. So what am I going to do? I'm going to write this as 10 divided by 2. And we know that a multiplication is going to be replaced by, yes, how much would it be? A multiplication is going to be replaced by, well, is there anything? Not right now, because here as of now it's just a minus b, a plus b and a times b. So let's keep this multiplication as it is and let's take 5 minus 2. The subtraction is going to be replaced with multiplication. That is nothing but 5 times of 2. And the multiplication of two terms is going to be replaced by subtraction of b minus a. Here I can consider b to be 5. So 5 minus 2. Okay. So from here, if you all see, this is nothing but 10 divided by 2, which is 5, times 5 times 2, which is 10, times 5 minus 2, which is equal to 3, right? So I hope this was all clear to you. Now, if you all think about this, that why is it that we did not replace these multiplications? What was the reason to it? Well, if there is any such confusions that why aren't the multiplications between these terms being replaced, the reason is the question doesn't say that multiplication is being replaced by subtraction. The question says that if there is an operation performed between two terms, only then that operation is going to be replaced. Whereas in this case, our multiplications were there between all of these three parentheses. Hence, we cannot say that this is the same as what they have given to us in the question. A times B is equal to B minus A. Hence, our multiplication operator in between these parentheses are not going to be replaced by anything. Okay. So, I hope that was pretty clear to all of you. Now, after replacing all of these and calculating it, what's the final answer we get? This is 50 times 3, which is nothing but equal to 150. Hence, option A is the right answer. This was a kind of a tricky question because the multiplications between the parentheses is something which confuses a lot of you. But be very careful that there is a difference between when they say that multiplication is being replaced by subtraction, which actually was being done in our previous question. And here the question doesn't say explicitly that the multiplication is being replaced by subtraction. It's just that if two numbers are being multiplied, then the multiplication operator is going to be replaced with a subtraction operator by reversing the numbers. I hope that's clear enough. Here goes our next question, question number 5. And here are the options. Let's see this. Which of the 4 interchanges or replacing of signs as well as numbers in the left hand side would make the given equation correct? Now the question is, what is meant by the statement? Now let me just take the expression down. 2 minus 3 times 4 is equal to 10. It means that for every option, the symbols that are given to you and the numbers that are given to you, they are being interchanged in the expression and they are being checked if you still get the result to be 10 or not. Okay. So let's check out with option number A. So when you check with option A, the multiplication and the subtraction signs are being replaced or interchanged and the number 2 and 4 is being interchanged. So I can say in place of 2, I will have a 4. In place of a minus, I'll have times. In place of 3, no change. In place of multiplication, I'll again have a subtraction. And in place of 4, I will have a 2. As per option number A. Let's see this. 4 times 3, which is equal to 12. And 12 minus 2, which gives me 10. My answer still does not get affected. And with this, I can directly say that option A is the right answer. You don't have to even go ahead and check with the rest of the options. I hope that was clear enough to you. So if you wish to, you can go ahead and try for the other options as well. Whatever the pairs of operators are given to you and pairs of symbols are given to you, and the numbers, you can go ahead and replace them and check if you're still getting the result as 10 or not. If you're getting it as 10, that means that particular option is the correct answer. It's not going to change your answer here. So let's go ahead with the next question now. Question number 6. Well, this is something which is new. Let me give you the options as well. As all of you can see on the screen, I think most of you must be aware of it. But yes, this is something new which is introduced here. What does this basically mean here? What is this? Well, this is known as vinculum. Let me write it down here. V-I-N-C-U-L-U-M. Vinculum is what is the name for this. Now, what do you exactly mean by vinculum? Vinculum is nothing but it's grouping up of numbers. So, you can consider it to be something which is somewhat similar to brackets or somewhat similar to parentheses. So, inside a parenthesis or in a given expression, if you have this horizontal bar on any set of numbers, it means that that particular set of number is being grouped and you have to perform the operation on that particular part first because they are grouped. Okay? Okay, so now since we know the meaning of it, let's go ahead and try to solve this question. So we have a curly bracket, small bracket, 50 divided by 9 divided by 6. 9 divided by 6 has a vinculum. And then times 3 minus 5. Let's see this. As I told you, first of all, before going ahead with the vinculum, check for the order of operations. We know as per BODMAS, bracket is the first thing which needs to be solved. So we have the bracket here. But again, inside the parenthesis as well or inside the bracket as well, what do? Do we do division first or do we do the vinculum first? We would be doing the vinculum first. So from here, you can see this would give us 50 divided by. So 9 divided by 6 would give us how much? It's nothing but, okay. And according to one thing which we did not notice here, let me just erase this. This is as per the general operation. Apart from this, there are few more things given to us in the question. So let's also take care of that. Your subtraction basically means division and your division basically means subtraction. Your addition means multiplication and your multiplication means addition. Okay. So we are going to replace all our operators according to the given question. So 50, in place of division, we will have a subtraction. 9 minus 6, a vinculum over it. And times 3 will basically change to plus 3 because multiplication is replaced with addition. And minus 5 would be basically divided by 5 as minus is replaced by division. Now let's solve this. As I told you, inside the parenthesis, we would be focusing on the vinculum first. So 50 minus 9 minus 6, which gives us 3, plus 3 divided by 5. And from here, we can say that 50 minus 3 is 50. Sorry, just a second. Yes, so 50 minus 3 gives us a 47 plus 3 divided by 5. So from here, what can we say is 47 plus 3 is nothing but 50 divided by 5 and that is equal to 10. Hence, option B is the right answer to this. So I hope the vinculum part was clear to all of you. This was something new that was introduced in this. So whenever you have a vinculum introduced, please check the position of it. If it is inside the parenthesis, then please go ahead and give priority to the vinculum. Okay, because vinculum basically means grouping of numbers. Okay, let's go ahead and see next. So, now we are going to go ahead and begin with our advanced level questions. And before going ahead with our advanced level, I would quickly like to give you some important information and important details which is going to help you out to take the maximum benefit of these sessions. So, let's look into it first.
As you all know, logical reasoning is something which helps the student to develop his analytical skills. He starts thinking in a different way. his mind starts becoming innovative. He goes by several different approaches. It's not always about getting the answers, but it's also about getting the answers in the best and the shortest approach possible. This is how a student gets trained by a Cuemath expert. All of these are being provided by the Cuemath Olympiad sessions, and with this, I would like to introduce the TUCO registration forms. So every student who is interested to take a real-time Olympiad examination conducted by Cuemath, please go ahead and click on the link that's given in the description box and register for it today. The registration amount is 200 rupees only. The benefits of registering for TUCO examination is you get the complete curriculum course to the Olympiad questions, which is worth 5,000 rupees once you register for TUCO examination. So every time we have a class here, you could go ahead with the classes, and along with it, you can go ahead and solve the worksheets. You can also make your child to solve these worksheets on a regular basis to get a good hold over the topics. So we are going to have these classes for next couple of months with a designated schedule, which is going to be sent out to all the parents, all the students who are TUCO registered. So make sure you do not delay and do go and register for the TUCO examination today and take all the benefits of the course along with the exam, which is worth rupees 5,000 just for rupees 200. And with this, let's go ahead and continue with our advanced level problems, and we will be winding up the session with our learning outcomes. Coming to the advanced level question, here's the first question. Let's see. If L stands for division, T stands for addition, let me just keep marking. If L stands for division, T stands for addition, N stands for subtraction, and R stands for multiplication, then what is the value of the expression of 12M, 6R, 28L, 7T, 15? Well, interesting question. Mathematical operators related to letters. All of you can start doing this with me, and let's see who gets the right answer first. So this would become 28L, 7T, 15. And now let's go ahead and replace the values of these letters with operators. 12. And we all know that M stands for subtraction. So M stands for subtraction, which is already marked here. So I'm replacing it with minus 6. And R stands for multiplication, which I can replace it with a multiplication operator. And then I have a 28. And then I see that L can be replaced by division, divided by 7. And T can be replaced by addition, which is nothing but plus 15. So from here, we'll go ahead and solve this further. According to the BODMAS rule, when you go from left to right, multiplication and division are given highest priority. So 12 minus 6 times of 28. So 6 times of 28, you can either do 6 times 28 first and divide it by 7, or you can also do it as 6 times of 28 divided by 7, which is nothing but 4. It's completely okay to do it in any of the ways. From here, we would be now doing 6 times 4, which is 24 plus 15. So 12 minus 24 gives us a negative 12 plus 15, which is nothing but equal to 3. Hence, 3 is the correct answer. This was pretty simple, right? The question looks difficult, but the solving part of it is just like we were doing the previous questions. I hope this was clear to all of you. Now, with this, we would be going to our last question for our day. That's the second advanced question. Let's go ahead with our second question and the options here. And quickly, let's make an analysis to this. If addition is written as multiplication, subtraction is written as division, division is written as addition, and multiplication is written as subtraction, then find the value of 540 minus 36 plus 12 divided by 75 times 55. Now from here we are going to replace all of these according to the given operators. So 540 minus is replaced with, we all know that it's divided by 36. And then a plus is replaced by, our plus is replaced by multiplication with 12. Our division is replaced by addition. And our multiplication is replaced with subtraction. So as per this, let's calculate it. 540 divided by 36 is, basically it would give you 30 upon 2, which is nothing but 15. 15 times 12 plus 75 minus 55. So 15 times 12 would give us 180 plus 75 minus 55. So 180 plus 75 would give us how much? It would give us 255. And 255 minus 55 would give us 200 as our answer, right? Hence option A is the correct answer to this. I hope this question was clear to all of you. And with this, we are almost towards the end of our session. Now we would quickly look into the learning outcomes of it. So let's go ahead and check what did we learn in our session for today. So we used the BODMAS rule and we solved the problem step by step. We understood the usage of BODMAS, how is it being applied on mathematical operations. Along with it, we have learned how to substitute the given letters and symbols according to the question and arriving at the solutions. That was again the second learning outcomes which we had today. So I hope all of you enjoyed the session, and again to brief out with our agenda of TUCO. So as I have already mentioned earlier, all of you can go ahead on the description link and click on the description link basically, and you would be able to register for the TUCO examinations. Let your child take up the examination and experience the Cuemath Olympiad and the real-time experience of an exam just for ₹200. And register today to get trained for all the sessions. And the topic of mathematical operations is done. For every registered user who is already a part of TUCO, all of you can go ahead, access the course and do the questions on mathematical operations. And try to solve the questions, and do let me know if you have any queries. You can always post it on the comment section and we'll be responding to it. Thank you so much. That's it for the day. Meet you soon.